I just watched the reunion last night, Vanderpump Villa. Whew.
Okay. Yeah, funny though. Not just...
No, funny.
Yeah, there was a lot. Quite a lot too.
It delivered, though.
Yeah. I mean, there was quite a lot to unpack, really. All those people, they got hot, heavy, right into it, right at the beginning. The relationships were... I mean, they had a lot of fun with it, but also I think some people felt let down.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest surprise... Like, what surprised you the most during the reunion?
I think the whole stuff with Marciano is, that's like a lot that yeah. And I think also the fact that Hannah and Sam, and they denied it, that there's anything going on. But I don't know, I'm sniffing something there, and I don't normally get that wrong. I expected Alyssa to feel let down if Sam hadn't kind of proceeded with the relationship. So, but also Tyler, oh my God, some of the things he was saying. He was like, well, everybody else was taken. And
no, that was so bad. Why would you
like,
say that?
No, it was
Why would you say that right in front of her?
As his foot was going into his mouth, we were like trying to catch it. Stop.
And also so sweaty.
Yes, so sweaty. No, while he was on the hot seat.
He was really in the hot seat.
These people aren't used to this.
No, and that's what made this show so good, though. That's what made this season so good, is they weren't trying to have a storyline. They weren't trying to bring the drama.
It just all happened.
It just all happened.
But it was very, I mean, I love this show because it's so different to something else that I've done. Somebody just said to me it's quintessential Vanderpump. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? Is it because it's got the beauty, and as a designer, in fact, just been nominated. We were nominated for Best Restaurant of the Year. Two of my restaurants, design-wise, Wolf and Pinky's were both nominated.
Okay, so I've been to both, and I can attest. They are wonderful.
Yes, you have. Okay, so they're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
They're design statements. So this show gave me a chance to explore the beauty of it, and create these wonderful kind of tablescapes and things like that, and it really was a joy. And so I said, is that why it's a quintessential Vanderpump show, or is it the hot mess that just seems to follow me around?
A little bit of both.
So I loved doing it, actually, and I liked the fact that it was kind of ephemeral. It wasn't like, a permanent thing. It was going to kind of come and go. I quite like that summer season feel. Also, I'm somebody that loves hospitality. I love flowers. I love the food. I love the ambiance. So I had a lot of fun doing that. And then these little kind of troublemakers would screw it up.
Wait, we have to talk about Marciano, though, because, okay, the Mormon wives of it all, because I just talked to Demi, like literally 20 minutes ago, I interviewed her, and she is standing firm that nothing happened and that he's just doing it for clout. Do you think, or do you think actually something happened?
I think all will become evident in the end, because I know on Mormon Wives they're going to be talking about everything, but all I can tell you is that there are eyes and ears in every angle of that castle. There's not anywhere that you can go where we don't know what's going on. So just watch the reunion, but also, watch what's going on Mormon Wives. I'm sure all becomes evident in the end.
Okay. Well, you did talk about in the reunion as well how he came up to you at a party and said in front of a lot of people what he would like to do to you.
Yes.
What?
Well, that's actually okay with me. I mean, as long as I'm not going to do it, right? There's life in the old dog yet, It's so funny where they were all going, oh, my God, that's so inappropriate. And I'm like, shut up. I'm still a woman. Somebody can hit on me even if I say no. It's okay.
It's flattering. It's fine.
I mean, I would never go down that path.
No, God, no.
But, yeah. I don't think so, anyway.
No, you got Ken.
I have been with Ken, married to Ken for 42 years. I tell him I'm always looking for somebody I like better, but I didn't find them yet. But Marciano's not it.
Thank God.
Keep them on their toes, darling.
It's good.
Exactly.
It's good.
I don't want him too relaxed.
No. You got to keep it. You got to keep it spicy. It's fine.
Good
That's
to
how it's
go home
worked.
and go, that guy was really hitting on me.
And he's like, oh, it perks him up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it perks him up.
A little perk.
I will say I loved having Stassi back. Loved.
It was good to have somebody, and I've talked about this before, to play with a little bit. Yeah. Because sometimes I feel, especially when we were out in the middle of the countryside, albeit one of the most beautiful places I've been in this castle, it was exquisite. But when I'm in the kind of role, which is my role in life and in business, of kind of organizing, chastising, kind of managing everything, it was quite good to have somebody to giggle with. Yes. And, and to talk it over and chew the fat with. Yeah, so I like that. Yeah. I think she was ready to come back,
Oh, I was going to say, I think she's very ready to come back, which, I mean, it is summertime, Lisa.
Yes.
Do we have plans?
Well, I mean, they're telling me that they love it so much. I mean, the show's been a huge success.
Yes.
So I'm sure we'll be doing it again. And I just need a minute. You see in the press, I've got a lot going on right now.
You do have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like a lot. A lot.
Also, I'm doing Vanderpump Rules as well now.
I know. Which I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
I really am. And I know we've already talked about it, and you said that this cast is going to be really original. But you also recently had a share statement telling fans to stop bullying. Kind of walk me through that.
Well, I think it's, I have, I'm involved with the Valley, and Vanderpump Rules is on air, and, Vanderpump Villa. And sometimes just because people have an opinion about something's on the screen, even though we're telling the true story, I don't think it gives anybody the right in the moment to start attacking anybody.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vanderpump Rules isn't out, but I've just seen that over the years. And sometimes I put that up to just go, hey, guys, just give everybody a minute. Everybody's got feelings. Let the dust settle. That's okay. I mean, I've done so many anti-bullying campaigns and also I've been on the end of everybody against one, and I never liked that. In Housewives, it was often like that for me. Yeah. Going to reunion and all of them,
we're coming at you.
Garcelle felt, I'm sure, recently.
Which I know you're good friends with Garcelle.
Very good friends.
I loved what you said on Watch What Happens Live.
What did I say?
Well, okay, you said a lot.
Well, I always say a lot.
You said a lot.
That's why Andy probably only has me on my own, because he knows nobody will get a word in edgeways. Even when he's like, let's play a game, I'm like, no, let's talk about this.
Yeah, you're literally like, I'm just going to say it how it is, and this is why we love you. But when you were talking about Garcelle, you're like, look, she is the leader.
Oh, that's right. They said
it was all positive.
Oh, yeah, everybody, she's unfollowed everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Garcelle's not a follower, she's a leader.
She doesn't need to follow them.
Exactly. I always say the lion doesn't care what the sheep are doing. Right?
She's like a you. She had a career beforehand, and she's going to have a career afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think she's defined. I think Housewives was good for her in one way. But, when you want to call it a day, if it feels like it's getting too much, you get out of the kitchen.
Get out of the kitchen. You did say a lot, though, on Watch What Happens Live.
I do, yeah. I don't regret anything.
Did anyone reach out to
like
you?
Who?
I don't know, Scheana.
Well, they said she's releasing a book about
she's doing the tea.
Yes. Yeah, well, I just always supported her. Look, I love them all. Yeah. I do. Whether they choose to say some crap about me for giving them one of the greatest opportunities in their lives, up to them. I love them all. Do they get it wrong sometimes? Some of them maybe not smartest when they go about their life. Yes, we've seen that. But I do. I love them all, and I will always have time for them. And no, I don't call them all the time, but I'm always there if
they need you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because I felt some kind of responsibility. But yeah, I guess sometimes they need to talk about me if they want to get something going on, right? So I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to see what she says.
I know I would never write a book and say, oh, I'm doing a tell-all on Andy Cohen. And, well, not that I've got anything to tell anyway, but you know what I mean? It's just like...
Could you imagine?
No, I would never... Yeah, I can imagine. I would never do it. For me, I'm all about... I look at people that have given me great chances. I mean, I had 35 restaurants before I started Housewives. I mean, it wasn't like I was defined by Housewives. They kind of documented my life. But no, I have such loyalty. Maybe that's why I've been married for so long, been with the same agent for so long. I would never say a word, against NBC and Andy Cohen, because they've been very good to me. I haven't liked everything. I'm sure none of my cast like everything I do. But, hey, that's life, right?
Are you worried at all?
About what?
With if she does say something in the book? For the listeners at home, she's just looking at me. Lisa don't care. Lisa don't care.
I mean, anything, if there's anything said about me, I'm sure it's already out there.
True.
So, whatever.
True. I do know, of course, you're involved with The Valley. Are you watching it this season?
I mean, I know what's going on. Yeah. I don't spend a lot of my, of course, as a producer on it. I'm not very involved in that show, but all those people came from my, you know, I don't want to say stable. I use that word, you know, universe, and, you know, came from my restaurant mainly. So, of course, I'm executive producer on that. But, yeah, I know there are real problems with those relationships. And, you know, for me, it's always sad when you see, you know, marriages break down when they've got children. And you just always hope that it's not because the casualty of reality television. You hope that's not responsible for it. Maybe exacerbates it or speeds it up. I don't know. But you just always hope that people can find their way back to each other to raise their children. I know how difficult it is to stay married.
Yeah.
So you always hope for the best. I hope for the best for all of them. On Housewives, a lot of marriages have fallen apart as well. And, you know, somebody said to me, you know, how do you stay married for so long? I go, don't get divorced.
And keep him on his toes. Don't get divorced and keep him on his toes. I do quickly want to ask, though, because the big thing with The Valley is Jax, and a lot of fans are wondering if he's actually capable of changing. You've known him for a long time. Do you think he is?
Well, I hope he is, but I think when it's addiction, it's not just like, for instance, when I met Ken, I always thought, was he capable of changing? You know, he was running around town. I was very honest, right in the first episode of Housewives with his trousers around his ankles. You know what I mean? He was 36 years old. He was living the life. I thought, and my brother knew him for a few years before, you know, I met him. Is he capable of changing? You know, that kind of feeling of guy. But when it's addiction, is that addiction stronger than your resolve? That's going to be, and I think you need to be really smart with your situation. You need to surround yourself by people that are on your side, that are not trying to take you down, that are not people that are doing something that you've been involved with prior to that. And hopefully, even if he can't resolve his marriage, I hope that he can, you know, become clean and sober for the good of his future relationships with, you know, his family.
Right.
I do hope.
Yeah, I think everyone hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody.
No,
That's
I know,
the thing.
not
There's
everyone.
a lot of people would, you know, probably be kind of, you know, happy. You know, some people are happy to see people
want
fail.
people to be miserable.
So I think, you know, maybe with the right support, but who knows? We won't know, will we?
No. I feel like I could talk to you all day, but I know we had a time crunch, which I don't know how long we have gone over. But for the people that have not watched Vanderpump Villa, tell them why. Because now it's all streaming on Hulu, the reunion streaming.
Gorgeous show. But it's also about relationships and everybody living together, young people that fall in love, maybe too quickly. But it's also about the beauty of hospitality. And I think when you watch this show, you feel like you're immersed in that whole experience. So it's like, check into the Italian castle with me, you know, for, what is it, 11 hours?
11 hours. It's grade 11. It's great television.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's different. It's fun.
It's a little messy. It's a little messy.
Yeah, but we
it's
like
got
it.
this beautiful bow wrapped around it of aesthetics. And that's what life should be. Life is messy, but you got to make it pretty while it's messy, right?